is deep yet full of jest. Come on in, you found the best. Between two giants here you'll find wit and wisdom intertwined. Love's and knowledge hand in hand. This is the show that's in command.
Here we are again. Yeah.
So many times.
Ugh, I hate this so much.
Maybe one too many. Or 21 too
100 too many?
Yeah.
It's pretty close. It's closer to 50 now with all the episodes.
With everything?
Not just the, yeah.
All right, that's pretty great.
It's a lot of work.
It's pretty great,
Yeah.
A lot of work and very few listeners.
Two nobodies who just had a dumb idea.
Yeah. There's people want to just come talk to us for some reason.
Weird.
Yeah.
What'd you do this weekend?
Oh, man. We had a murder mystery party we went to at Tina Hawkins, a former guest of the show. It was at her house.
The Tina Fofina thing.
Yeah, Tina Fofina for Kayla's birthday. It was really fun. I've never done one before. I think on her episode
A birthday?
a murder mystery party.
Okay.
But yeah, no, she did another one. She complained I didn't go the first one, but it's nice weather, and I said fine, I'll go. It's pretty great. She's like, oh yeah, it's perfect, man. It's like a white trash trailer park kind of party, whatever.
Right up your alley.
Yeah, no, she's like, you can just wear your Carhartt shirts and da-da-da. Like basically, you don't need a costume. And I was like, damn.
I think you're insulting.
Yeah, I was like, don't mess my personality with my outfits. But no, it was really fun. I went really hard in character. Got the no regrets tattoo. I even have one like a tramp stamp version of it.
What was your character's name?
I was Vernon. I was the trailer park maintenance guy.
That checks out.
Yeah, I married my real wife, Elvira, who was pregnant.
Elvira.
That was her name, Elvira. She's pregnant, so she had a fake belly, and also she was my sister.
Oh.
So that was great. But the person that knew and was trying to blackmail me on it died, so that was super helpful.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, it was
then
great.
What do you do?
Then I didn't have to worry about people exposing it and taking my my niece kid. I don't know how it
What
works.
would that be?
I don't know. We called little baby Billy all night long though. But yeah, no, it was fun. I was the only one that saw the murder.
Who's the murderer?
I can't remember her name. I don't know her real, I don't know if their fake name, whatever. But she was like, they were trying to convince her. No, I didn't do it. Da, 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 da. I'm like, you look guilty as fuck. So I wrote her name down. No one else did. I also got like the most obnoxious asshole probably award for being in character. A little trophy that says "Your did it." I was pretty proud of it.
You must be so proud.
Yeah, after the event was over and we're still hanging out, and I was just still in character, and people were like, it's over, and even the next morning, actually, I saw your daughter, our guest, Julie, will introduce in a minute. We were heading out because I was like, had blacked out teeth and all that. Both your kids are in the front yard. And one of them like, hi, how's it going? And they're just like, oh my God. So embarrassed. I'm like, man, I wish you had like 90 of your friends with you right now because I'd embarrass the shit out of you.
Just yell skibbity across the room.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. My missing teeth, that had kind of a whistle to it. So it's skibbity, But it was fun. I just kept blacking out more teeth throughout the night. But the night only had a couple left.
Just gums.
Oh, yeah. It was great, man. It was so much fun. The next morning, I put on the shirt and everything. Beth, I'm like, hey, howdy, there. She's like, oh, my God.
It's over.
Yesterday we were hanging out. We just kept pulling it back into the draw. We talking. All right. I'm like, oh my God. Like it was fun. It was really, really fun.
You might not get invited again.
This kind of was the plan, I said yes, but no, I think I was on one. It was fun.
You did too good of a job.
Yeah, I nailed it. It was just, honestly, it wasn't even acting. It's just my true self. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, I do. For 2 hours a week.
So who are we here with today?
We are here with Julie, my neighbor, who lives directly across the street. What's the proper pronunciation of your last name?
Wonsowicz.
Okay, cool.
I would not have done that.
Yeah, I was. No. I don't even know what I usually say. I just say Julie, whatever. But
my mom once told me it was not just a name; it was an attitude as well.
Yeah, it's like,
I believe it.
I think you got all the vowels in there too. That's pretty cool.
Right. No e.
Yeah, no e. Well, Julie's my neighbor, lives directly across the street from me, in the Kingdom of Cyprus, right? So obviously, everybody really wants to hear about Sunflower Gate, but I think it's very important to talk about my neighbor, why we think our street is so special, and give everyone a prep. We'll give you an idea of what Sunflower Gate is for our international listeners before we get into that portion of it. But you've been in the neighborhood for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
How did you end up living in Coronado and end up on Cyprus?
Sure. So my dad, actually, we moved out here from New York, and he was in 95. But fast forward to like 2000, he was driving around Coronado, and he saw the owner of our house putting out a sign. He pulled over and talked to the guy and bought the house. I swear within like 2 days, he
That's crazy.
bought this house.
That's how everyone does it, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's
Right.
what you do.
Just keep driving around until someone puts a for sale sign out. Like, oh, sweet.
This guy again.
Here it comes.
Jesus.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So how long you been? You've been in the neighborhood quite a while, right?
Yep, since 2001. I moved in January 1st of 2001.
Nice.
You're an
That's-
OG.
Hello,
Yeah, I think
OG.
besides Lou, I'm the oldest one, like the more tenured one on the block.
Dang.
No, there
I
might be
think-
somebody at the end. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's some people that moved out. They lived there for quite a while across the street from us and whatnot and raised their kids there. But I think that's the most tenured person we've had on the episode.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, here, we got you an award. It's a little sunflower gnome that you brought. You're going to give it back to you. Just kidding.
No.
But we do have a very, very special street. Me and my wife have only been there about 5 years, maybe 6, coming up on. But we really love it. It's a quiet street. The neighbors are so nice. You know, when we first moved in, you know, like all this, I always tell the story to people and they laugh. Like straight across from us, like Julie, and then we have neighbors on each side. And like we're like, man, these kids are just like running in and out of each other's homes and whatnot. I see you guys going in and out of these homes. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I remember going up, I think it was you or Crystal. I walked up, I was like, man, I don't know which kid is your kid, like whose kids are whose kids, right? And they're like, in case one of them gets hurt, and she's like, just bring it to the nearest house.
Yeah. I moved in first, and then Crystal, she was renting down the block right around when Kate and Matilda were born. Kate was born in 2009. They moved down. Corey and Jer moved in. So we have like a commune of kids. Joey's down there too. So there's like 8 kids between the 4 houses. Bless the Beaches. They've taken them to Disney twice, in a van.
Other
Annual,
people's
like,
kids.
Yeah.
They rent a
Like
big
my
van
kids.
and they all
took-
pile
yeah.
in.
Really?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
No, they're great kids. I remember we first moved over. They were like, "Hey, the kids, don't let you know our kids aren't going to get in your yard anymore." 'Cause our house was vacant for like a year and change, so they would all run around. But their kids would put on shows. They come over, like give us tickets to shows and set out chairs and then do like little singer dance and things. It was-
Yeah, we were like, hey, we didn't tell you about the budget you have to put aside for the kids on the block
Oh my
and all their
God,
like
dude, they're
lemonade stands and car
hustlers,
washes
dude.
and whatever they're selling.
Hustlers. Your daughter's brought over when they like brought some oranges over. You want some oranges? You're like, sure. You're like 2 oranges come back. You want some more? Like, great. They're like $1 a piece. I'm like, God damn it. We literally started keeping ones at home just because they're always selling something.
We got them from your tree in your backyard.
I mean, I gotta say, we're the luckiest kids on COVID, though. Like, they were all hanging out
Yeah.
together. And then also with my kids' dads, they were making drinks to sell
Oh,
to
yeah.
people in the neighborhood. I mean,
Yeah.
definitely good
They
education
were
during
hustling.
COVID.
Yeah.
As a group of kids.
Yeah, man, they're always hustling, dude. They're just very, very fun. Made it a lot funner, you know, of having going through all that. And that first party we had, like Julie was sitting out in her patio, and the kids running. She had like a tape measure, is 6 feet out. She's like, "Get away, get away, get away!" We get too close, hitting us with a 6-foot tape measure. It was hilarious, too. But it is a very special street. I've lived in some great places, and this is like, we're so lucky we found this neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like everybody's so nice. Only cul-de-sac in the whole neighborhood, and it's just a very special. What do you think makes the what do you call it, the Kingdom of Cyprus?
Kingdom of Cyprus.
What makes it? A, how to get that name, and what makes Cyprus so special?
I really have no idea how we came up with that name. I don't. We had Kingdom of Cyprus and Happy Hour on Cyprus were like our whatever we were tagging ourselves in Facebook with.
Okay.
And now it just kind of evolved from there with like the kids being princes and princesses, which they're really not. Now it's just like
They're all teenagers, and
now they're
they
all
don't
pushing
like
the
you
boundaries
waving.
and they're on on the ding dong ditching on the videos and all that good stuff. You're like, hey, just don't show up on the video 5 minutes after you leave. And
Right.
what do you?
Yeah.
5 minutes after they leave,
Yeah.
all the friends are on the video. So now they're doing that. Golf carts,
Sure.
hanging
Yeah.
out with Couch Boy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Couch boy.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun watching big kids, and
You
that
know
was
Couch
like,
Boy? Couch Boy, he's got like this is Sandra's kid, Hudson. He's got like an electric skateboard that has plywood on it and a couch on it.
Oh, that kid.
Yeah, he legit parks it in spots at Sunshine. Like he ain't
That's
just leaving it there. He
hilarious.
puts it in a spot.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was like what 4 months ago or something. I was like on the message boards, like whoever's kids there are hanging out the white golf cart. Grr, grr, grr. I'm like, I bet I know who it is. And I look out the window and it's just parked across the street. I was like, those kids are fine. You know, they're good kids, man.
That golf
But-
cart was in really good condition when we got it.
I know.
Not
Like,
anymore.
Let's not talk about it. Nobody's
it's
talking
been
about it.
piled with them. Like, that is above the
I
weight
don't
limit
even
of a
know.
Dodge
Yeah.
Ram, man.
Are those sparks coming out of them?
It's just dragging. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. But kind of want to talk about that, because it is a special street. We all look out for people. I left my car lights on a week ago. Someone hit me up. There's this going on. Your dog's out. We get each other's packages. Like, everywhere I live, I know, like, there's not a single person that lives there that I'm not like, hi, and state their name, right?
Don't forget about the random raves in the deserted house.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I heard
That was a
something
real
about
good one,
that.
actually.
Is that on the cul-de-sac?
That was
Yeah.
in the cul-de-sac.
It's like
and that was like
actually
two.
in-
Yeah.
Like not in a house, but in the
Oh
actual.
no, in a house
Oh,
in the
house,
cul-de-sac.
so
Yeah.
they're kind of a corner. It's the same house that caught on fire like a couple years ago, where our neighbor Rutger, like, they went out and they luckily he stayed out there. They have one more drink outside. Like, it smells like smoke. It was like 11 people about to crash out, and we go out and like, holy shit, there's a house on fire, right? And no, there's like a whole bunch of fire trucks on the street. The big ladder one's in front of my house. So we get up and we're whatever the hell's going on, and then this one dude kept like taking pictures, and John was yelling at him, and dude, he's just in the way, being obnoxious, and he starts leaving, and Julie like chases him down the street, just walks right up next to him and says, "Get the fuck off our street."
Not aggressive or anything.
No,
but,
it was fun though. But we ended up like everybody's hanging outside, and our yard kind of became like the hangout sessions. I had a really good view of the fire. I was like, all right, let's get some wine. I remember Crystal and John like went to some super nice dinner. So it was like 11:30. I was almost asleep. Get woken up, still drinking some wine, and Crystal's like looks like she just left prom.
we look like we just woke up.
Yeah, everyone's in PJs, and then she's in like a gown. Or I'm like, this is cool.
Great.
But quick question, like, what the fuck is it? It was the weirdest night ever. But anyways, yeah, now that turned into like the rave house party. People found out it's vacant, and they're just out there starting at midnight and going till 3. And
Yeah, that was the night I went out. I went to Rips at like midnight that night, and nothing was happening. And
Yeah.
then I came home at 2. You guys were out of town, and there were just
Yeah.
like hundreds of people around.
yeah.
And then I came out, and like there was like a whole bunch of them behind Brian's truck with like masks on. I'm like, oh shit, I'm going back inside.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that
That
was
was
fun.
that.
Being
Neat.
up outside of Payson, open up things like, hey, Brian, I don't know. I'm like, fuck, am I going to do about this? I'm like, hope my truck's still there.
well, and what do you know? They were back the next weekend with a band,
Yeah.
like a band that they
Oh,
paid
my
to be there.
Yeah.
And that was,
Yeah.
they were the only ones who the police actually like talked to.
Yeah.
And then the police escorted them back the next weekend to get their equipment.
gear.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's very nice of them.
Had I known
Yeah.
that, I would have just put it in the
I know.
in the tool shed.
Oh, yeah.
You get a new PA system.
Yeah. No, that was crazy. That was like I'm waking like 2:30 and you're out in the street yelling at somebody about I don't know. And then there's like one of those buzz balls, but like the one that's the size of a basketball
Oh,
in my
yeah,
yard.
yeah.
Like I think it was like a pink lemonade vodka.
That was not
It
me,
like,
I
oh, God.
promise.
No, that was,
Nothing.
no, that was it was. And then they broke that party up, and then everyone had like a loud exhaust car. I'm like, oh my god. There's like the music stopped. And I was like, "Roar." Yeah,
It's like 15 Johnnies driving down the street at the same time.
It was crazy, dude. So, anyways, we're a very tight neighborhood, and we very much look out. I mean, neighborhood's tight, but this street is like very much like we look out for things. And we something weird happens in my house, I know my neighbors are going to notice it, and there's you just feel safe, just knowing that there's always someone around. So, anyway, so the main focus of today's episode, I'm going to preface it for you guys that don't read 180 whatever comments on our Coronado message board here, which is pretty lively, pretty fun. It had some drama, and I kind of started it a little bit, and
I think I might have started. Oh no, you did start.
I mean, I posted it, right? So you protected, right? So I am an avid gardener. I have like about 400 square foot of stuff, and a lot of it's along the front of my house, between like there's a little small fence, and then out right up against the sidewalk. And one thing I really like growing is sunflowers. A couple years ago, I literally had like 200 of them. And I share my seeds. I do gardening classes in my house. All of them very like helping it. But a few years ago, it happened. Somebody had a couple big ones. My sunflowers, I'll wrap them up so the birds don't get them, and I reseed them. And I went out there, and somebody cut. I call them Big Bertha every year. I got a couple big dogs. It really bummed me out. But then this year, it's happened like 5 times where I walk out and there's just a missing sunflower in the morning, and it just really infuriates me because you ask me walk up out there, I'll give you a sunflower, right? So, I've been posting on the board, getting it kind of like, hey man, it happened again. And I'm literally out there just in my yard and be like, hey man, can I steal a sunflower? Like constantly people saying stuff when they're walking by because it's just known. Julie saw somebody do it like a week ago and kind of caught him in the act. So we want to talk about since everybody on on the message board, you don't know both sides of the story and all that, and I'm like, hey, you stole from me and you destroyed my property, and then you were a jerk to my neighbor who was really, really awesome, right? So we're going to tell that story, and then there's actually some new revelations that came out of it here, so you got to stay tuned. So Julie, what the hell went down from the mouth of the person that was there?
Okay, so first and foremost, I want to say when the first sunflowers went missing of the season, I was like, hey, what time do you think this is happening? I was like checking my ring camera, and like we're messaging. I'm like DMing him, like, hey, what's going on with the sunflowers?
Is this a good vantage? Where is it? Which one?
Well, my golf cart was in the way, so I had to like move the golf cart out of the way to get the vision. So I'd been on the watch because I sleep like 3 hours a night. So I was like, I'm going to catch this person. He's like, you're not going to see them. I'm like, but at least if I can narrow down a time, like we'll figure that out. So either way, last Tuesday, my friend just came and brought my car home, and I was walking him out, and I was walking back in, and I'm like, what is going on with the sunflowers? Because they were just like going nuts, like shaking. So I'm like, I can't really see that well lately. So I like start walking out, and I see this lady, and like legit, I'm not saying this because of it. Like she was legit stomping on the sunflowers. They were clearly in your yard. We can acknowledge, yes, they go on the sidewalk, but in this particular scenario, they were in the yard. So then she got the sunflower, and she was with the guy, and they're walking down the street as like this like group of teenagers comes, and I was like, I go out, I'm like, hey guys, did you just take that sunflower? And the teen started mocking me, and she was just like laughing with her sunflower. I mean, I honestly think maybe they were coming back from an early happy hour, but I'm not sure. And so with the gang of teens, I was like, I don't want to get involved. So then I called Brian. Brian's like, I'm coming down. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to get in the golf cart and go talk to her again. So I headed down the street to the end, and I was like, hey, like... give me back this sunflower. She's gonna like, give me back this sunflower. But anyway, so she didn't, and so I snapped the picture of her, which I didn't recognize that she was picking her nose.
I don't think she was. It was just I was just trying to be funny.
It kind of looks that way.
Yeah.
But either way, so my moral of this, so then I came back because I was like, I'm not going to like get into it. Then I felt bad. I felt like I should have kept tracking them because now we can't find them. But I have a feeling they have seen this post.
Oh, yeah.
But the moral of my story with the sunflower is, like, it wasn't like an innocent gesture. And even for me, like, I've done stuff while I've been drunk before. I'm sure you've never seen any of that. But
no.
But I'm good. I come back around and be like, oh, shit, like I made a mistake. Like, I definitely am good at that. But I don't think it's the same person.
No,
I do think there's multiple.
Yeah, 100%.
Because hers was like very aggressive. Like she was like UFC fighting with the sunflower.
Yeah. Well, the thing about if you've ever cut a sunflower,
and it was like 5 p.m. Like it's
broad daylight, and it's not easy. So like little preps. I mean, you've never grown a sunflower or picked a sunflower. I literally bought a pair of, I call my old man, like Milwaukee power pruners, because like sunflowers are very difficult to cut. I can't imagine even like you would have to WWE wrestle stomp one to just break it off. Like most of them that they've been stolen, a couple of them, like they had pruners because it's like a clean cut, I was like, this is premeditated, man. But I've seen some where they snap it and it like peels down or whatever, but she had to fight the hard part. So we left here. We're actually at TMI, the main ingredient, and we're heading home. I'm like, we gotta go, so doing 147 down Oaks. I'm just kidding, we weren't doing that fast, but we drove around, couldn't find her. I was like, man, just the goal. And I just hate that she was like mocking you or like, and I appreciate you standing up for it, but like that really pissed me off. One, like you get called out and you're just a jerk to someone that is like, you're a jerk. And like, no, I'm right. I shouldn't have stole it. Sorry. Then I get home after we were trying to look for her, couldn't find her anywhere. And I go out there and there's like 2 more that were broken off or cut off and just dropped in my yard.
Yeah. She didn't get.
No.
Yeah.
Just left them there. I'm like, why did you just destroy 3 of them? I didn't have that many this year.
She
like
had
maybe
to take her one and go because I was coming.
Yeah. She was. I'll drop that one. She hit that one up. And anyways, but yeah, I'm not salty at all, but just to do that and then just destroy my property and then just leave it there and have the gall to be mean about it.
Yeah, see, that's my fact check in here is like it was in the yard. You have to go in the yard to step on the bottom of like where it was ripped off because I was like after the first few happened, I was like over there and I'm like DMing him. I'm like,
get out of my tree, Julie. I'll take care of this myself.
I'm like over there. It's like 7 a.m. I'm like, what? Who took these? I mean, sunflowers are my favorite sunflowers. This is why I have these sunflower gnomes that I brought you guys.
Yeah, she did bring us sunflowers. She joked about she should have cut some of my sunflowers and brought them down the episode, which would have been so.
Just the stalks, though.
That would have been so good.
Just throw the flowers in my yard and just bring like a 5-foot pole.
That would have been amazing. So we did one time. We had a party at our house. I think it was a 420 party.
It was definitely a 420.
And he legit brought over like a 15-foot sunflower.
It was one of my bigger ones. So I was like, I said we're supposed to bring some flour over. So I brought it and I stuck it in the fence.
Flower.
Yeah, and I stuck it in the fence and it was great. I think I gave some people some sunflower seeds that day. But so they sold our flour. I posted on the message board. Other people started chiming in how rude it was, and people were like, yeah, it was. Yes, my sunflowers do hang over the sidewalk, but they grow on my property, right? Because this year, like, they all got about 1.5 feet tall, and then it was just windy as hell 3 days in a row. So a lot of them just blew over, and there were some like curly Q ones that grew up, all these weird shapes and whatnot. It's kind of a neat year. I was like, man, I've never had this wild of a sunflower before. Usually they're just boring straight tall sunflowers.
And we all love the sunflowers. Like I wake up every day and look at them.
Yeah, like what's your buddy? I can't remember his name. Lives a couple streets down with an old white car, has the old timey vehicle.
Timey vehicle.
Well, it's like I don't know, 1960s Lincoln or something.
Al? Mr. Al. Yeah, Mr. Al.
Cadillac.
No, literally, he came by my house like
old timey.
Yeah, sorry.
He's gonna love that.
Mr. Al, we love you.
That's classic. That's the word I'm looking
there
for.
It is. Old timey.
I'm not as sharp as I am on the first episode, and I'm a little angry. But no, he came up one day. I saw him out there as he's at your house, and he was like kind of like moving it back and forth. I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing? And he gets out. I'm like, oh shit, he came over because I have other poppies and flowers and whatnot. A couple months of the year, it's really nice. I enjoy it, and I love seeing the neighbors see it. He's out there, and he just brought his car there to park in front of it and take pictures, right? And I walked out. I'm like, $10, mother, joking with him and shit. And he's like, I'm gonna come in the yard. He went in the yard, just taking different snaps of it. I'm like, people do that all the time. I mean, on the Oak Alley Mural Fest, it had to be like 300 pictures of people getting selfies, like taking them. So it's the thing that I do for the neighborhood. So it's very frustrating when it's like, damn, this shit's gone, But it was even funny. I was out there the other day, and somebody that posted on the message board, it's like, hey man, can I come steal a flower? Ha ha ha! Like drove by, and they're like, hey man. So I was like, hell no, hold on. So I went and picked them one and gave them one. And this other dude rolled by. It was like, hey man, nice sunflowers. We're joking about it. So I picked him one and gave it to him. He was like, oh man, I can't wait to hear the podcast. Like the neighborhood's like united against this. And I did make a wanted poster. Somebody kind of came up with a nickname of the sunflower booger bandit, which was pretty funny.
It was really funny.
I mean, that was all them, but it got a little wild on our message board about people being like, you shouldn't shame in public. Then I'm like, dude, you went on my property. You stole from me. Then you destroyed my property. And you treated my neighbor like crap. That's just not something I'm big stand for. You know what I mean? Especially in the Kingdom of Cyprus, too.
Well, I mean, I think it's like. So, were you the public shamer because you posted it? Was that it?
No, somebody posted.
So much going on. I couldn't really figure out what was happening.
Well, somebody came back, was like, hey, they kind of disagreed. Hey, we shouldn't publicly shame. It was a big post, went kind of back and forth. Yeah. And the first person, I was like, hey, look, I get it. Like I said, they destroyed my property, they stole from me, and they're rude to my neighbor. Yeah, I'm just like this. Basically, this is how I feel. This is why I did
this.
Like
a mugshot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I was like, but now I was like, first person, I was like, hey man, like, now I have your opinion and you have mine. Like, it's great. We're allowed to have our own opinions. I was like, I don't want this to escalate, right?
Well, guess what happened?
It escalated. Well, literally one person had to post back. I was like, because there's, you're shaming people and all this. I was like, dude, okay. One post I did, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to watch this Dateline show with this jerk out Chris Hansen that keeps publicly shaming pedophiles. And then they got this American Most Wanted, and this guy's just putting people's picture out there that kill people. Like, what a bunch of assholes. But I can't stop watching it, Like, it was just like, dude, your people are doing wrong things. You should be able to put them out on blast like that, right? So the wanted sign, people are wanting to say, let's get this wanted sign and hang it up at Sunshine. I'm like, I ain't doing none of that, know? Like, I'll make it because somebody's like, we should make a wanted sign. I was like, I can probably do that on my phone on my couch, I
did send it to my mom today. She thought it was funny. You might get more views on the podcast. We'll send it over to you, right?
Literally.
We should take pictures of these koozies too.
Yeah, we should. We should. Yeah, she brought us awesome little koozies down. It's funny because I have one in my house. I'm like, where did this come from? Like, Julie left it over there one day. But yeah, it's a Mother's Pug Saloon. dive on in Staten Island, New York.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah,
No, that's
check it
pretty
out.
cool.
It's
Yeah.
still going.
Little
Yeah.
punk rock dive bar
Yeah.
in Staten Island.
And the first guest that's brought us a gift, So
That's
the rest
true.
of y'all step it up.
Most
And
of
a
them
little
just
table decoration.
Yeah,
Very
and
nice.
table decorations.
yeah.
and, stealing
Most of
my
our guests
sunflowers.
take from us.
Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
souls,
Yeah,
mostly.
yeah.
Right.
Most of our listeners get nothing
Listen,
from it.
he's got enough taken from
That's
him. Those
true.
sunflowers
Yeah,
we
man.
cannot take anymore.
Yeah,
true.
for real.
All right,
for
so
real.
tell
But-
us what next.
Oh yeah, so it's funny the
Okay.
timing for today. I mean that message board when I finally I think I shut it down. I was like, all right, man, I didn't want this out of it. I just I'm mad, right? So today I get home and the lovely mailman comes by that my dogs love to bark at, and I get the mail, open it up, City of Phoenix, and I'm like, what the hell, City of Phoenix, man? I was like, oh cool, I need to get a sewer line warranty, another one of those. Nope. So somebody decided to call in and complain that first my sunflowers are hanging over the sidewalk. They want that fixed. There's like 4 of them now. Which
Maybe
is,
that's what they were doing. They were just trying to make it safer for everybody. Taking
That's why they were cutting them down.
yeah, like,
yeah.
like the trick is you want to get
Interesting
curb
theory.
stomping my sunflowers to stop
safety
the,
first.
yeah, and it does go over the
That's an interesting
sidewalk.
theory, actually.
Yeah, but there's it is on the sidewalk, but there's an alley, so and it's not like a hard drop sidewalk. It's like a real soft curve, right? So
Thank you.
yeah. Jesus. Oh man, why do people listen to us? But it's a soft curve. It's not really steep or nothing. So if you did have a cane walker, and we have had people walk by and they just go around, never had anybody say anything, and people stop by, probably 15 people. It's one couple stops by every single day with their kids and all that stuff. But they complained, and so they got a thing saying I'm violating by covering up the sidewalk or blocking it.
Not
which-
the people with kids. They're not the complainers.
No,
I just want to make sure because it
thank you.
sounded
I
like
kind of rolled into it. Yeah.
they're like, "What the fuck did we do?"
yeah, no, they're super nice.
Don't bring
dude.
us into it.
Yeah, they're so cool. But they have and a lot of strollers that seem to get around, whatever. And there's even pictures on my posts of people sending pictures of the front of my house and saying that we're blocking the sidewalk, which it is. It is. I'll admit it. It happens, man.
Right, but here's the deal. If somebody would have told you that there was an issue blocking the sidewalk, I'm sure that you would have been like,
Gotta cut it down.
Yeah.
And I've done it
Just
before. They're
move it
normally I have had them where I put a rope around, but these ones were so squirrely this year. Like the ones that are on there are they're spinning in circles. I can't just pull them back. So I'll cut them down. So got to complain on that. The guy's coming out Thursday to inspect it. So if you want to see my sunflowers, you have till Thursday because they're gonna have to be cut
They're
down.
gonna be okay.
But also, for some reason, we did get in addition to that, we did get a 20-foot shipping container in our front yard. Right? I've wanted to do one for a long time. And our Cornell Neighborhood Association, we had a place, we had our tool shed for free. I run the tool shed. I was like, hey, just get a 20-footer, put it in front of my house. That'd be spectacular. I don't have to leave my house, 4 days a week to go pull things out. And it's out there, and it was ugly, yellow, rusty. There's a guy, Denny, in our neighborhood who does a whole bunch of handy stuff. He just hit me up. He's like, hey, man, I want to paint that shed for you. I'm like, okay, because it was like my weekend was coming up. I'm like, this is what I'm doing this weekend. So he sanded it down, primed it, all this work, got a nice gray, and now we have local artists doing murals on it. So it's not really like an ugly, nasty thing. And they put that in, they complain as well that there's a container in front of our house, which is our neighborhood tool shed that I run for free. And, keep things running for. I'm like, I've looked into everything. Everything I know is legal. I'm not the only person with a container in their front yard. People use it as part of their yard, which is our plan as well. But I don't know. I get
Well, the reality is it's nobody it's no Cypress or cul-de-sac that's reporting it.
Seriously.
That's the thing. So,
Absolutely not. But it was just I get the sunflower thing, man. It wasn't right. I was wrong. I was on the sidewalk. But man, if something happens and this tool shed can't sit there, this neighborhood could lose a tool shed.
Yeah.
Because if it's in a storage unit, I'm not going to run back and forth to U-Haul, 15 times a month, and we'll have to keep some of it because we use it for the major events they put on and everything, So that was kind of weird. So stay tuned. I guess next week we can give an update. But Thursday, the guy's coming out and I'm going to meet with him and kind of go over the violations and whatnot. Maybe there's a fine. If it is, I'm just going to pay it, or fine. There's a lot of ways around it. But I'm like, man, I just, I get it. I get complaining about cover the side, but man, why are you going to bring in this container?
I've gotten violations before for putting my garbage in the wrong garbage, which I didn't know was a thing, but we would bring it across the street and set it to the alley. So that was a thing. And then, we had stuff on the recycling for being not good recyclers. I'll acknowledge that.
Yeah, man.
But you know,
But yeah,
either
and
way, but I think you're going to be okay.
And the crazy thing in our street too is my favorite thing. We first moved on to 14th Street. We first moved to the neighborhood, and that's a busy street. Our street is so slow. There's so few vehicles. Like, it's weird when a car goes through that doesn't live on our street. So I mean, I don't know who would have driven by us. It had to be somebody. Who knows what it is? But you know, I can't. They can't take it back anymore. It's anonymous, right? So maybe I'll just keep getting violations over and over and over because someone stole my flowers.
You get violated over
Well, you're
and over.
violated.
Yes, there I have been, man.
I guess everybody couldn't let it go like I asked them to do. Like,
No.
just
Yeah.
let it go.
Let it go. I mean, who knows what it is?
Let it
I'm not
go.
pointing fingers at anyone, in particular, but like, man, I
I mean,
get
there
it.
is going to be a process of elimination for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody would have been like, "Hey, this
Like,
is,
that I didn't call. I know you didn't call. I don't
know
think
you
Michael
call
called.
people. I did not
Oh,
call.
I absolutely called.
I
No, the only
almost-
people I'm ever trying to call is non-emergency when the rapes are happening.
I know,
Anything
right?
like that. Which is fine.
You're like, you didn't. I'm like, yeah, I did not.
I'll just go
rat
over and talk
myself
to them,
out.
and then they throw you beer on your head when you do that at the rapes.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
It is what it is.
It's all
So,
fun. It's all fun on Cypress.
Sure.
anyone else in the neighborhood, if you do have a problem with something, you want me, I'll always fix it. But like, man, you're wasting city's time, and there didn't have much time left in it. Someone had really been like, this is a major issue. It's affected me this way. I couldn't get by, And again, there's like 15 feet before it. There's like a thing you'll miss it with. It's not a busy street. We're not going up and down Oak on it or something. But yeah, it was crazy. I got the I was like, man.
I mean, the container is much better than the monstrosity
Oh
that
my
was
God.
there when
Yeah.
you arrived.
And when I
Do you
bought the
remember
house,
that?
dude, when I bought the house, my address is out
Like
there.
the
You can.
locker things.
Oh yeah, no, there was 3 foot of weeds everywhere when we bought the house. There was like this thing in my front where the container is. It was just like 3-inch steel pole, like square, and then just weird metal shit welded to it, like locker
I do
Like
remember-
locker
yes,
doors. Yeah.
I do remember that.
like I first got there being a giant, I was like, there's so many scalp cutting,
Yeah,
violent.
yeah.
Like one of the first things I did was just knock some of that off. I was like, I won't walk under this. I'm gonna cut my head wide open.
I don't want head tetanus.
Yeah, seriously, that's the worst tetanus.
You know who lived in that house for a while before you?
Leslie.
Leslie Baldwin.
Yeah, and then actually our mail lady, she actually
Wait,
stopped by our mail.
Donnell.
Yeah,
Yes.
she used to be our
yeah.
former mail lady. Used to
you
live
saw
there.
her recently?
No, it was a while
Oh,
ago.
okay,
When we
yeah.
first moved in, she was our mail lady too,
Yep.
and like talked to her. But it was nice. Everyone
Oh,
was
those
super
are fun
cool.
times.
Yeah, that was they had like chain link fence around everything. We bought the house. It was a major fixer upper. Like they had chain link around everything, and they had a gate in front of the driveway. All the chain link had been removed, but they left the gate in my driveway. So there was a gate you open and close to get in the driveway, or you just walk around it. It's pretty great.
Not very secure.
Yeah.
No, not very secure
It's
at all.
like Jared and I, we just took the chain link down one day.
Really?
We just
Yeah.
were like, we want
That's
this
enough of
down.
that.
And by that, we mean Johnny ended up taking the chain link
Yeah.
down because we couldn't get it out. So
Right.
he came
Yeah.
over and took it down. So we
Yeah.
actually have no fences, no walls.
Yeah, man.
No
That's
walls
crazy.
on,
So-
well, just in the back, but anyway.
Yeah. You guys have a shared, talking about your neighbors that like each other, you have like a paver
Shared
patio that's
patio.
like connecting the two houses and stuff. It was pretty great, man. I was like, I don't know what's going on over there, but I feel like it's not what I think it is. It's just good people, like just helping
No,
each other.
There's
Yeah.
no upside down
Yeah,
pineapples anywhere.
there's not gates going through the yard and whatnot, but
no.
it's such a funny street. I remember when Crystal and John, they have 3 kids, and their boys are kind of wild. Like one day I looked out, and there's just like kids on the roof, and I
On
was
the
like,
roof.
"Eh." And all of a sudden they're jumping off the roof, and I was like, they have a pool, so they're probably jumping in the pool and looking like both of their cars are in the driveway. I'm like, not my problem.
It's fine.
Her house is funny. When she first moved in, they were like digging in the backyard and they just found like a whole hole of trash.
Really?
So whoever lived there ahead of time
the
just would
ground?
bury stuff underground.
It's like a really weird compost pile.
That sounds like
Yeah.
a
And
DNA.
the house next door, when I moved in, for sure had some weird stuff happening in the middle of the night.
Nice.
So Brian, I have a statement and then a question. for
Okay,
you.
here we go. Finally, you're piping in here. I'm just
I'm
kidding.
just absorbing. Plus, I feel like you needed this. Just
I did, man.
An exorcism of sorts.
It's been a lot, man. Like I've had like 3 weeks off, so it's been like I've had the time to goof around and do this stuff. But like, man, what you got?
Distill all this down. If someone has an issue or wants something or would like a sunflower,
Yeah.
knock on the door
Yeah,
and ask.
absolutely. I mean, I
Right.
put on the thread like this one day. We literally came home and there was a car parked halfway in front of our driveway, and a girl got out and she was up there looking at her flowers. And at first I pulled up and I was like, what the hell is this person blocking my driveway for? And I get out the cars. We couldn't get in our driveway and walked in. This girl was just kind of like teary-eyed. I was like, hey, what's going on? She's just like, oh, I'm just like, can I have a sunflower? And she's all teary-eyed. I was like, you okay? It's like, no. I was like, you need more than one sunflower? She's like, no, I just need one. I was like, you pick it. I will be right back. Ran in inside, came out, gave her the sunflower, and I was like, do you need a hug too? And she's like, yeah. Hugged her, drove away, never seen her again. And I was like, I think I just made that person's day. You know what I mean? But I was like, you needed it, you know? So absolutely.
Right.
Every time I go to any party I get invited to, I bring flowers if I have them. I cut them down.
Well, you don't have them anymore.
Yeah. Let's just say I don't get invited to a lot of parties anymore either, you know? But, yeah,
Except those white trash parties.
Yeah, except for them white trash parties, which, you know.
So in a broader sense, this goes beyond just you.
Yeah.
If you have issues with people, maybe don't hide behind a keyboard. Just talk to people.
Just have a real conversation. And just, you know what, maybe another thing, if something's not about you, don't make it about you. You know what I mean? Do your own thing and make your own post and, you know, get your voice out there. But, you know, not everybody needs a hero.
Indeed.
Or everyone might need a hero dose. Call back from episode in the future.
Happen in the future.
the real listeners will get it. But,
my question for you is, would you not just relocate your sunflowers to the backyard and negate all this?
Well, I like to, I like to have it out front. You know, I like to not just, I like to share with the neighborhood, right? You know what I mean? I know people really, you have a question, Julie?
No, I just want to say I don't want them to relocate to the back.
No,
I was just getting ready to put some in my front next year.
Yeah, dude.
Like sunflower friends.
I mean, I give out seeds to everybody. Like I've gone up and down oak before people have like kind of taken over their own beds, you know, with the cactus and whatnot. I did a couple years ago. There's just sunflowers all the way down oak, you know.
It's not only sunflowers. There's other flowers.
There's a whole bunch of wildflowers in there and whatnot.
Okay.
But no, those ones are kind of tough to pick, you know. But honestly, if someone's out there like, can I make a bouquet? Like, hell yeah, I have plenty. I have more than I ever need.
It's like flowers gone wild on sun.
It is, seriously. You know, one garden, 2 flowers, you know?
What?
What?
Hold on. That's a different show.
Yeah, but no, I think next year I'm going to do like a big old fat, just a massive onslaught of sunflowers again next year just to let them know that, you know, it's funny. The years I've done hundreds of them, I have one stolen. And this year I did the lightest one and I had like 8 or 10.
As captain of the sunflower security team, we'll make sure that they don't go on the sidewalk anymore.
Yeah,
the minute we see them
seriously.
blowing over, we will just wrap our arms around those sunflowers and bring them back.
Yeah. If anyone has like a lifeguard chair they're not using, Julie would really like it to be able to sit into it to get
really
a bird's eye
hilarious.
view.
No, I think I'm just going to sit on the roof now.
Yeah, sniper.
Yeah.
Just the roof.
Yeah, paintball gun. Pink. Oh,
Get a gun to shoot sunflower
I love
seeds,
it.
you know?
Oh, don't get me a
Yeah.
paintball gun. That'd be a bad idea. Just
Yeah.
Or would it?
marshmallows or something.
Or would it? You know, if I'm going to get anybody a paintball gun, it's going to be you, dude. I just need to get those sunflowers with like the ink bag that explodes in them, you know?
Yeah.
Just like I put a few out there. Like, I don't know. Someone's like, I put the air tags on them or something.
I think Julie brought up a good point, though. If your kingdom, as it were, they all plant sunflowers.
Oh, we can all be victims.
Well, no.
What was that lady's post about all being a sunflower? That was a good post.
All being a sunflower?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, God, there were so many that I got
Try
lost
to find it real quick.
in the chaos
You liked
of
it.
all the words.
This neighborhood's good at that. When they tag onto something, it's never ending.
Oh my God, dude! It was just like, man, open up and like, cool. All my notifications have the same face on them. It's like, cool. Like, good God, that was a reply from 18 hours ago. Like, yeah,
Here's
got
what she
it.
said.
Oh.
She said, in popular culture, the sunflower has a variety of symbolic meanings. It relates to feelings of warmth, happiness, and generally positive outlook on life. Due to its association with the sun, many people ascribe the value of strength and power to it as well. Let's all be sunflowers.
Yeah, see, that's that kind of post right there that did not get the attention or reply, you know, that did not get the attention it deserves because there was so much other nonsense going on.
Because people generally suck.
Yeah.
Well, that was the let it go post, so nobody was letting it go.
Well, which,
Except us. Well, now we're not letting it go.
Which let it go post? Because
The one with you handing me the sunflower. Anyway.
oh yeah, oh that was
It
on
only
yours.
got 7 comments.
I know,
just
right?
So we know.
Yeah, she posted me like bringing over the flowers and whatnot. I'm like, yeah, I got 7. Mine got like 180 or some stupid number. Yeah. So, but yeah, if you ever want a
You're gonna have to do
sunflower,
a sunflower podcast every year.
I mean, honestly, I'm just gonna do like a sunflower giveaway. You know, sunflower Sunday. You know, like right when they're at the point, just come by and get a sunflower.
I think sunflower
Mother's Day
season's during April Fool's Day. This is going to be great. Moving
is,
on.
yeah. Oh,
Moving
yeah.
forward, this is going to be great.
Yeah, next April Fools will be like, hey, free sunflowers on the porch or seeds, you know, come and get them. And it'll just be like the ones you eat, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, no, this is going to be like low-hanging fruit for us to mess around with you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm very easy mess aroundable with.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, Brian's pretty laid back, so he
Yeah.
If you talk to him, he's going to be open to that.
Sure.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I'll give you whatever you want, man. Their kids have all eaten my carrots. You know what I mean? Like I'm more than happy, to do all the things to give back. I love this neighborhood so much, but it just really, really bugs me when people, protect my property and then get treated like shit and then just like destroy my shit.
Yeah.
It's not cool.
I get it.
It's like, I guess out of the top 10, it's got to be the top 4 things I don't like the most.
Okay. At what point do you feel like you'll have closure?
I mean, this was kind of closure. I think Thursday when I get my inspection, you know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
I'm just like, man, I looked into all my research. I'm more worried now about like, I don't want this neighborhood tool shed get impacted. That's
Right.
that's like my passion project for the last, 3 years, something I really love. It's why I joined the CNA so I could get a key to the damn thing. And now it's in my front yard. And probably, I bet you 10% of the tools that are in there are my donations at this point. So
Right.
that'll be Thursday. Be good. I just want to make sure the tool shed's safe. Now I'm way more concerned about the tool shed safety. But want to hit it with some rapid fires and stop talking about my goddamn personal life. All right, can we hit you some rapid fire questions?
Me?
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, boy.
No, I'm just here to talk.
No,
to
the
Michael.
other guy.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Yeah. So, who's your favorite kid on the block and why? Can't say your own because that's cheating.
Oh, okay. That's good. Okay.
I'm going to cause a whole nother set of drama up in this.
I'm gonna say Felicity.
Okay.
Felicity, because she just is not involved in any drama with the children in the neighborhood at all.
No shenanigans.
Yeah.
She's pretty out of the drama.
Okay.
Ah, right on, man. Right on. So the rest of the kids are a bunch of jackasses. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
Hooligans. Hooligans.
They're testing the boundaries. That's for sure. Testing the boundaries.
Can I tell you, I read that question incorrectly.
Oh,
I read it as, who is your favorite new kid on the block? I'm like, she's a super fan.
It was Danny.
Of course.
It was Monkey Boy, actually.
Dang, you're talking NKOTB?
Yeah. Like, she's like a super fan. I didn't know that.
I'm a Swiftie. That's
I'm a
me.
Swiftie, too.
Yeah.
I'm a big Swiftie. They know this, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Didn't you guys go?
Oh, well, I went once. My kids went twice.
Dang.
But I did listen to about every single, I live streamed most concerts.
Nice.
And I do tell my kids that she texts me.
She's like, uh-oh.
Maybe it's someone named Taylor Swift.
I was
but
like,
not
Taylor
the-
would not be happy. That
Yeah,
you're
she
doing
did not
this.
like your report card, kiddo. That's genius.
Lady, this is Tim Swift. Please stop texting me.
All right. So what do you prefer, a sunset or a sunrise? What's your favorite?
Oh, this is funny because I've been going a good year lately. I think a sunset.
Okay. Getting up at 3, you gotta, see a lot of sunrises.
You do a little bit, but I did see the moon the other day going to work, that full moon.
Dang,
going
which way was it? I
It
missed
was
it.
down that way. Down towards the jails.
Ah,
The
okay.
jails. That's what.
Ayo.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Michael's like, can we just sunset this fucking podcast right
I
here?
don't know. I would argue the best sunrise or sunset depends on the night before.
True.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, boy.
Somebody got a new button.
He was
No,
really excited about
I just
that.
found my button.
Oh, hey.
During the
Talk about a
sunset or the
sunrise.
sunrise?
Yeah. Yep.
Both now.
It took from sunset to sunrise to find it, but he got there.
well,
Once I
you
found
know.
it, I'm
Yeah.
all
At
the
least you
time.
found
Yeah,
it,
I was
hey?
like, oh my God, finally right there.
Sometimes it's hard to find.
It's like a square inch, man. Nail it down. God.
Not it.
You heard that a lot. Like,
Try again.
Try it again. All right. You got any rapid fires you want to hit, Michael?
No, I think we covered it.
I think we hit it all. And now everyone knows the whole neighborhood sunflower
Let's be
drama
clear, you
story.
didn't hit it all, but we got through.
We're
the
not talking
10%.
about Michael's fucking button over here, dude. Hey, that's what he heard.
I know. I'm newly single. I hear everything different these days.
Yeah.
Oh,
See?
dang. So, if you're looking for someone that's willing to die on the cross for a sunflower, have I got it?
If you're looking for a girl that will snipe people from the roof.
Yeah, I got a number.
Julie.
602. I'm just kidding.
Takora don't know.
She's up at 3, so text her 2. You up and just wait an hour.
When I'm off sunflower duty, I'll come over.
Yes, it's like, yeah, I'm up. I'm fucking watching my neighbor's house, man. You want to come over and
he's
take a
up.
shit?
Oh, that was funny.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for coming on the show, Julie. We appreciate it. Thanks for protecting the neighborhood. And, thanks to everybody that gave a shit in the neighborhood and was like, didn't feel right about it and been joking about it and having fun with it. So it is what it is. But, next year they might be charged with electricity. So just beware.
Well, here's the deal. Our sunflowers, we're all going down together. So
Hell yeah,
sunflowers
brother.
on Cypress, we
Yeah.
all go down together.
Ride or die, bitches.
Right or
right.
die, dude.
So we roll on Cypress.
Yeah, I got that tattooed on my thigh yesterday. It's so funny you just said that.
That's not your thigh.
All right, can we get out of here? For
Yeah,
God's
totally.
sakes? Okay, bye. Bye.
Step right up to the wildest show where two big minds are ready to blow. Conversations deep yet full of jest. Come on in, you found the best. Between two giants here you'll find wit and wisdom intertwined. Laughs and knowledge hand in hand. This is the show that's in command. Tall and talking, big in brains, making sense of life's wild lanes. Deep dive chats and fun remain. Bet you won't hear this on the plane. Between two giants here you'll find wit and wisdom intertwined. Laughs and knowledge hand in hand. This is the show that's in command. Two giants here you'll find wit and wisdom intertwined. Laughs and knowledge hand in hand. This is the show that's in command. Stone unturned, no joke too small. Between two giants, hear it all. From silly quirks to knowledge.